Hello, welcome to another video. So this video I'm just going to, well, it's basically it's a problem every collector has. So I've got to a point now where this is my games room. I've got my cabin as well, which is kind of like repro stuff, where you can just go and chill kind of thing. I've got my micro computers in there, that's a separate kind of thing. But then this is all my proper gaming stuff in here. So basically, I've come to a point now where I'm collecting. My collecting is getting, I've got a lot of stuff now. That's one wall. I've got this wall here. I'll just turn this light on here so you can see better. I've got a cabinet there. Yeah, cabinet here with all stuff. All my PlayStation stuff's here. So I'm starting to basically run out of space. That's a bit of a dark corner there, so I'll just turn the light on. Right, so that's that light on. So yeah, so I've got loads of stuff here as well. So, my problem is, I'm really getting into these retro bit. Well, I won't class them as reproductions. They're licensed re-releases, aren't they? Games we probably didn't get. Like I've got trucks in here, retro bit. That's not going to be back in with one hand. I've got a Gley Lancer retro bit, and I also got a El Viento retro bit. So the ones I missed out on was like the Valis collection, but I found a company in America. I think they're associated with the Castlemania games. They're called Wondo Products, and I managed to get El Viento 3 retro bit off them. So that's coming in the post. And obviously I've done a few pre-orders then for the new Tower Plan collection of shooters, which is missing Twin Cobra now, isn't it? So I missed out on the first Tower Plan. That slipped me by. Totally missed out. But basically, this Truxton's out the first Tower Plan collection. So I want to get a Zero Wing as well. It's the other one I want to get. But the thing is, they go up in price so much. So my plan today, what I want to do is try and organise this room. And see, the top shelf there it's all Mega Drive. I ain't got loads, but I've got the ones I kind of like and play. To the yellow here, look. And then it goes into Sega Master System. So what I want to do is try and organise it so the top shelf is just Mega Drive with a bit of expansion room for the new retro bit kind of collections, what are coming out. Because I do really like these, they're good quality. And I'm a bit of a sucker. They've got me by the short and curlies, you know what I mean? They balls deep into it all kind of thing. So basically, I want to organise this and see if I can organise it a bit better. And, so I've got a bit of room for more retro bits. So I'll cut back to, hopefully, a bit more organised. Right, so I think I cracked it. Been at it a good half hour. So, Mega Drive now, I can get all the way across here. All the way across, all the Mega Drive. And I've got a space for expansion now. For the retro bit collections, any new releases that I'm interested in. And then it goes into my Sega 32X. So I think that kind of makes sense. Then what I did was I moved all my mass system to the bottom shelf. So the middle shelf is all N64, Super Nintendo, you see in the light, and NES. Let me just shut this blind a little bit. There we go, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, so it's all NES, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64. Then that goes into Wii U, GameCube, Wii, and then Game Boy, my box games. I've got loads of loose, but they're my box ones. And they're the ones I had from my childhood as well, so they're pretty sentimental, really. But yeah, that's great, because now I've got expansion for new releases, retro bit, I can get all up there, which is fantastic. But it just shows, though, I ain't took anything out of the room. I've just jiggled everything around a little bit, and I just opened up that big section there, which I could get quite a few games in there. And what I did over here, because down where the mass system was, just down at the bottom here, that's where my PSP was. So I put the PSP up on this shelf here, which is on a door that I don't use. I was going to block it up, but I thought, well, if I ever want to change the room around, it's, surely it's good to have the option of a door. So, we don't use that one anyway. Otherwise, it's like a hallway then, isn't it, if you've got two doors. But, yeah, so I've got a shelf on there. I've got a bit like a bureau here with all DVDs in, music CDs, and then I've got like box collector's editions of stuff. That's a good one, Haunted Ground. Cool one's alright, but I think that one's a fantastic game. That's a repro, by the way, that one is. That's a repro. So, but Haunted Ground, that's a great game. And I've got collector's editions up there. So, but I think the PSP looks quite good there. I don't really play the PSP a lot, but there is some good games on there. But yeah, so I'm quite happy. I mean, the games room now, is quite full up now, really. And then down here, this is where, actually, I'll get this light on here if it comes on. So basically here, this is all my Mega CD, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast. So that's all in here. So I've got all my Saturn games at the back, Mega CD games at the back, Dreamcast games, Japanese Dreamcast games, and then I've got all my, well, because I do like these new companies, like Retrobit releasing games, you know, I know the old games that never really came out, and also like Project Retro Games, you know, making new games for new systems. Just press this, it's fantastic. And then I've got the Rising Sun Japanese ones here, Battle Galaga for the Saturn, which is a repro, but it's so damn cool. So that's all my stuff down there, and then I've got me all Saturn and everything up there as well. So yeah, but I'm really happy with that, because I was looking at it this morning thinking, because I've got the what's it, the Retrobit Turbo Collection 2 coming, and I'm thinking, well, I've got to make space for that somewhere. And I've got some other bits and bobs coming as well. I know I've got the Valis 3 from Retrobit coming as well. I'm thinking, well, I need to make space, but I want to expand. I want to get more Mega Drive, because I think I'm happy with all the Super Nintendo that I've got and the N64. They're the games I generally play a lot of, and the Nintendo. And then I've got all my loose games just stacked up here, so I can get them out. But the good thing about this Poly Mega is they're on the system. I can play them whenever I want. But yeah, so that's just a little video. And I'm just jiggling stuff around in the games room. You can open up a can of worms, but you can also open up a nice bit of space to add more stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and well, stay posted, because hopefully that will get filled sharply as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you next one. See you later.